Hi there. Welcome to this video. I hope you're ready for some watercolor. Yeah, so today I drew a little Spinel watercolor here. I know Spinel isn't quite as popular as she once was, but I don't know why I have such a special place for her in my heart. As much flack as Steven Universe gets, I just can't get over Spinel. I love. I'm mostly a sucker for stretchy characters. I have always liked characters that can shift their bodies and stretch around. The concept always excited me for some reason. That with her backstory, just ugh, perfection. No, but I've been really getting into watercolor lately, and I posted this to Instagram along with another little piece. Also, check out my Instagram at Jer's Draws. Shameless plug. And everyone was commenting really nice things about how watercolor seems to kind of be like my style. So I really got to do more of it. But I think I like the way this turned out. So let's talk about the process a little bit. Start with the thumbnail process. Obviously, you got to get those rough drafts out. Got to get those concepts. Then I originally actually thought that this was going to be sort of like a stylized in my own style version of Spinel, where she was in my comic universe. Another shameless plug, check out my comic on Webtoon. But she was gonna be like this space Nazi sort of like a villain. I was like, well, that's fun and all, but I kind of just want to see her evil. And in fact, I had already done a version of her where she was in my comic as one of my alien races. So I already scratched that itch. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do something kind of wacky and weird. So I started thinking about how spooky I could make her and kind of abstract. I could go with her. So I just kind of played with her face and like what parts of her made her, unique, and her design, which I just love. Because mostly, I'm gonna out myself here, mostly because she reminds me of Sonic. I'm a big fan of Sonic and the Sonic games, Teen Sonic or whatever. And with her hair and her like body shape mixed with the stretchy in the background, man, I just love Spinel. So I know I'm not alone in that, but shout out to all my Spinel fans. But so I guess I kind of wanted to stylize her in a way that I didn't really usually do. So I got that idea down, and then I moved to the sketch, which turned out really well. I did this kind of border thing, which I don't really do. I need to do more often because it works out really well usually. I highly recommend just doing like a random border around it with like some floral or like nature things, which definitely, obviously I've seen other people do. So that worked out pretty well, and then I just worked on the composition and threw a little background in there actually at the end, which you'll see. But once I finished the sketch, moved on to the line art. I think I just used a micron, probably like an 03 and an 05 and maybe an 01. I love microns so much, and every time I do digital art, I always miss like the feeling of microns. Just like getting the same line each time. I feel like I can't replicate that very well in digital, so I love using microns. see, what else can I talk about with the line art? It's pretty straightforward. I tried to be pretty precise with it, as much as I could. So the watercolor, my style for watercolor is kind of inspired by Thomas Romain. You've probably seen his videos where he takes his two sons, their characters that they draw, and then he turns them into like professional anime characters. It's the glow up. The glow up is real. It's such a cool style, and the way he does watercolor and like does light and shadow and color. It's so cool. And I bought his art book so I can like really study his, which I highly recommend. If there's any artist that you really like, get their art book, no matter how expensive it is, because you'll always learn something from it, and you'll always get inspired by it. Actually, I bought the Steven Universe, the movie art book as well, which if you have like an artist that you look up to, having their process like right in front of you, it's so worth it. It's really cool, because then you can draw the similarities between you and your favorite artist. You know, you can see how far you need to go before you can, be just like them. Which obviously you shouldn't try to be just like another artist, but you can try to be similar. So yeah, I took inspiration from his watercolor style, and something I try to replicate. Also, before you comment anything, all right, I'm aware I have a thick ass Sonic mouse pad, all right, and I rock it with pride, all right. Shout out to my friend Rika for buying this for me. Yeah, I know that's what everyone with a thick-ass Sonic mousepad would say, but it's true. I did not buy this myself, but I do use it because it's a good mousepad. I hope it didn't make you too uncomfortable in the video, but thought I'd address that. So, for this background, I kind of just freeballed it. I think I looked up a reference for the injector. Just looked at the scene where the injector's like got all the purple stuff coming out of the cracks in the ground. If you haven't seen the Steven Universe movie yet, I mean, what are you doing? Go watch it. It's pretty good. It's a good watch. For all ages, I'd say. But yeah, I just kind of started laying down some really light line work and some watercolor. Didn't really plan the colors at all, but I think it turned out pretty well. I think I might start doing this sort of no line art, just sketch style for the backgrounds for my future ones as well. It's a little nerve-wracking having to try to paint around the subject once you've already painted it in, because you don't want to, mix or layer things wrong. 'Cause there's nothing you can do about it once you do, unless you're quick enough and you catch it. But it also is the most organic looking way of doing the background, because then you can have it perfectly, around the character. There's this like elastic thing you can put on a watercolor surface. I've seen it used a bunch. You can like block out the character. I don't remember what it's called, but honestly, it just seems like more work than is necessary. I mean, you're guaranteed to protect the character, which on a more expensive piece of paper or project I'd probably use, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a lot more work. Like 30 set of Kuretake watercolor palettes. That was the watercolor I used, and they're really nice. They're really vivid. It's a good breadth of options. I highly recommend it if you can find it. I might try to link it, but yeah. Alright, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and classic YouTuber outro. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.